Hello everybody and welcome back to a battle report here on Pro Tabletop. Today we've got Brad playing some Craftworld Eldar versus Thomas Bird playing the Ultramarines. We are playing the new Space Marine rules here, so he's trying out some different things, including the multi-meltas, bigger squads of Blade Guard and things like that. Unfortunately, in the middle of the video, our gimbal did die on us, so if the camera gets a little bit shaky, I apologize in advance. Otherwise, enjoy the battle report. For the Eldar list here, we're doing some Craftworld today. No Harlequin, surprise, surprise. This is a bonkers, crazy Craftworlds list. We have no idea how this is going to work out, so we'll see. So we've got a battalion of Uthway, led by Eldrad himself. He's got a Warlock there to help buff him up a little bit. And then we've got a Wave Serpent, 3 squads of 5 Dire Avengers. The Exarch power for all Dire Avengers is going to have 6s explode. And then, it's not 6s explode. It's if they lose a model, they're going to be +1 to their hits for their ballistic skill and weapon skill. And then the Exarch will have a Shimmer Shield, so everybody will have the invulns in the squad until the Exarch dies instead of him just having it. And then you have got in the other patrol, you've got 2 Spirit Seers here. You've got 2 squads of Warp Spiders. You've got a squad of Rangers, another Wave Serpent, 5 Wraith Guard here, all with the D cannons, not the D scythes, so they're not the flamers that auto hit. And then you've got a squad of 10 Wraith Blades, all with axes and shields, and you've got a Warp Hunter. Now, the interesting thing to point out on this list as well is going to be the Craftworld trait is going to be they're going to have cover over 12 inches away for everything that's not Uthway, and then they are also going to get +1 to their attacks if they're on the objectives. Mainly that's for the Wraith Blade. And then for the vehicles, they're all going to be having Spirit Stones. Obviously, the Uthway one, I don't have to pay for it. They're going to have the 6-up feel no pain no matter what. They all have star engines. They all have vector engines. And then the Warp Hunter has a crystal targeting matrix as well, which allows him to advance 2d6 and be able to shoot his flamer still, no problem. So it's really cool. Heavy weapons change to assault. We'll see how this shenanigan kind of plays out. And we'll go over to Thomas now and see what the Ultramarines are bringing.
All right, guys, we're here with the Ultramarines. A lot of my list is Forge World, so we're going to be playing the new rules today. And so, of course, the Forge World rules aren't updated yet. So I'm going to try to take out the Dreadnoughts and try to play without any vehicles. I do have a bunch of guys on the planning bench, ATVs and the bike chaplain. So unfortunately, they're not done all the way enough to get them on camera. So we're just going to try to play a little bit of a fun list and see if I could just spam a little bit more buys than I'm used to. So got a battalion, got a Supreme Command. Rowboat, of course, is still the Warlord trait, or still the War Boss.
Surprise, surprise.
He is. He's still really good. They didn't really nerf him too much in the new rules, so he's fantastic. But on the troop side, we got 2 units of infiltrators with the Helix upgrade. We got a infiltrator squad, just the bolt guns with a power fist. We got a Hellblaster squad with the assault Hellblaster rifle, the assault plasma. We got a Master of Sanctity, so the upgraded chaplain. We got Tigurius. We've got 2 units of Victrix Guard. We've got an upgraded Chief Apothecary. Of course, he's going to have the Warlord trait. So is the Chaplain. They're going to both be upgraded. And then we're going to have a unit of 5 Blade Guards. And then a bunch of bikes, since he can heal bikes as well, the Apothecary. We've got 4 Scout bikes to try to test out their new Outflank rule. And then we got 2 regular bike squads, 3 guys, and then a multi-melted attack bike attached. So that's it. All right, so my thinking here going into the deployment of the terrain is I don't want to give him an easy place to hide behind a ruin and get an objective. That may backfire. It's always kind of a mixed bag because then you end up finding you want to have that piece of terrain for yourself. So I'm trying to put these objectives, or the ruins, just outside of 3 inches so that you can't just be towing a ruin and then grabbing the objectives. I want to make sure I have a chance to shoot at him if he's on an objective. And then I'm just trying to really kind of limit where the -2 charging is. I did put a ruin in the woods in the center to try to kind of make him have some limited -1 shooting. But for the most part, like if he wants to go in the center, I want to be in the center, so I'm going to punch that area. Otherwise, I just got terrain stacked so that I can layer on the minuses for my infantry to kind of hop from one place to the other. Because I got a lot of foot slogging guys. I got some bikes, so I'm trying to use that terrain to my advantage. These guys are super fast, so it probably won't matter. If he wants to shoot at something, he can really move. But that's my thinking going into it.
So for the terrain, I wanted to have big buildings so I could hide my vehicles behind it. For the Melta, and for his Hellblaster, so that he wouldn't just be able to pick up the Warp Hunter easy or the Wave Serpents and really limit my mobility. The forests and the craters, I then put a lot of them on the side of the board that I preferred to pick. So you can see, like, I kind of tried to manipulate it to where I said, hey, if you're going to choose this side that has the line of sight blocking that I like in the buildings, you're going to be slower to move because he's going to have to move through one or two craters. He's going to have to move through a forest. So then it would make his entire game slower. So I tried to do that to alter which side Thomas will end up picking. So we'll see if that works when he does pick sides and we start deployment. That was my thought process as far as deploying that. The force stuff don't really matter to me. Most of my stuff still has fly. Yeah, my foot slogging guys, but I could work around it enough based on where the objectives were. So yeah, I mean, not a whole lot of stuff because you didn't have a lot of shooting for me to worry about. I just wanted my tanks to live, so having a building on each side. So for the deployment, you can see I wanted to hide the Warp Hunter first, really make that kind of the stable point of staying alive. It can move really far, it can shoot. The weapons turn into assault. It's really good. I did want to spread stuff out so that I would show some sort of board presence and threats so that, as he's deploying, he has to deal with everything. I didn't really have a full game plan. My Wraith Blades, I kind of wanted to counter where he was putting the majority of his force for them to just go and attack them and hold them off, where my vehicles I wanted to. So as I keep deploying, just putting the vehicles kind of, to turn the board. I think one of the big things in Ninth that a lot of people don't realize is turning the board is very important in certain situations. Based on where these objectives were and everything, I felt like I needed to control two of the objectives. And I thought I was going to be pretty safe in my deployment zone, but I didn't think that I needed to put a ton of stuff on it because he doesn't have too many fast things besides the bike, so I didn't think that he's going to run across and grab that. So having like Warp Spiders and, 5 guys over there I think is enough, but then the Wraith Blades are there so that if he starts to put pressure on that side, they're there to, hold him off for a certain amount of time. And then it gives me my vehicles on the other side of the board to just kind of turn it and start to put pressure that way. Thomas, what do you think as far as your deployment goes?
So I had banners, which is always a struggle because you really I want to lock down 2 objectives. If I can hold down 2, I feel pretty good. If I have to extend to 3 objectives, I really risk spraying too thin and letting somebody come snake an objective away from me. So really wanted to be aggressive, kind of form this triangle in the center and just deploy right on the line and push forward. But I was really concerned about the banners. And so I hedged my bets and pushed to the side. And I was like, I can redeploy. But he's got this juicy Wave Serpent over here. So I'm going to stack my Melta over here and try to kill one of his tanks. And sure enough, he redeployed. I elected not to, just the way the timing of deciding of that goes. I knew that he had that rune over there, so there's no way I could really get a shot if he put it over there. And since I, kind of went conservative on my deployment, I ended up not stacking guys all the way across, so I had nobody really to threaten that. I was concerned about his smites. I normally take Litany of Faith. I didn't take it in this matchup. It would have mattered, but for the most part, the chaplain was kind of running around in the back holding objectives, not really doing anything. I really want to use the bike guy just for his mobility. I just got to get him painted. So just depending on the board, really my thought process was really, stack up on 2, kind of turn the board a little bit, play the angles on some of these ruins, and see if I can't get a couple shots on tanks. I had the bikes with Apothecary. I figured they would be a little bit more durable, that if he didn't kill the whole squad, I could easily heal him back up. All right, so I'm a little stymied here based on the way he deployed. He used his redeployment to move away. I was going to shoot some multi-meltas and try to kill a Wave Serpent, but he redeployed it out of range behind that ruin. So I just moved up. I cast Psychic Fortress, so I can give everybody a 5-up invulnerable save that's near Tigurius. Shuffled guys inside, make sure everyone's in the apothecary bubble as much as I could, and I raised 2 banners. So I'm just going to score some secondary points.
And more importantly, you're blocking out your deployment zone from me just coming in there.
I did manage to just make sure nobody's coming to my deployment zone for deploy scramblers.
He knows my war spiders want to do that turn 1 if they can.
Yeah, so I did my deploy scramblers as well. So I got in my deployment zone.
Sweet. What do you want to shoot with? What do you got?
No shooting. There's nothing in the city.
Nothing.
Can't see anything.
Wow.
It's the fastest turn 1
Fastest turn 1 ever. All right, I'm going to end this before it gets to 60 seconds. Bye. Okay, so what we're doing here is we're just kind of moving up, doing some board control. I got huge advances. I got a 12 on an advance on this guy, so he just jumped across the whole board here. He's going to try to flame some guys. I got big advances on all my wave serpents, but I didn't go super far out with them. So this one here still has 10 Dire Avengers in it. This one over here has the 5 Wraith Guard. My Psychers came out. Obviously, I got to get my powers off. I was able to... unfortunately, I couldn't see Executioner or Smite. I'm a little too far away with him. But he just buffed him up to make sure that Doom and Fortune would go off. So I doomed his bikes right here. And then I fortuned these guys. They also have Protect on them, and they were able to get Quicken off. So they moved 10 inches. We're going to try to charge these bikes and kill them. The vehicles are pretty much just protecting the characters there and back here right now. And then I kind of have the screen going on here with these guys in case he brings his scouts back in my deployment zone. I did deploy scramblers with these warp spiders, and then I'm just kind of denying him coming in right here on this board edge. So if he wants to bring his bikes in, he has to come back over here, which is probably okay with him, but it's perfectly fine with me. And yeah, I was just trying to prevent him as much as possible from getting on this objective right away in the next turn. So shooting wise, let's do the most obvious thing over here, and let's go ahead and shoot this guy into these guys.
All right, I'm going to spend 1 for transhuman.
Because they are Primaris. 6
come
shots!
Come on. Why? So many 6s.
So many 6s, man. These dice are loving me right now. So it auto hits, which is really cool, and it goes from a heavy to an assault weapon because of a 5-point thing on it. That's so good. So I need 4s here, though, instead of 2s, which is good. You just saved 3 guys.
And then
they're -4.
So you
D6 damage. Are you joking me?
Well, the worst part about that is I get to ignore the first one I failed save on. So
that'll just get ignored either way.
I ignore that one. Yeah. So you need to roll 6 on that one and then a 1 on the next one. So you kill a guy.
Wow. And then his bottom guns, see if we pick away. Yes.
And 4s.
So 2.
So you should have shot those first, just to see.
So that you could ignore it. Okay, that's good to know for the future.
3 ups.
So with that, I probably could have killed, another guy or whatever. Unfortunately, that's not enough. Going through, it's not really meant to maul those guys. It could have done better with transhuman and stuff. You spent what, 2 CP for that 1? Eldrad does not get CP back. Okay, well, that is unfortunate. Yeah. This guy here is going to go ahead and shoot downtown into the bikes. Yes, the Wraith Blade will probably kill them and whatnot. He could make my charge harder. They have how many wounds each? 3 now?
The bikes?
Yeah.
3 wounds. Yeah, the attack bike has 4.
The attack has 4. So I don't think I'm going to do too much. So I'm -1 to hit because I advanced, and even though he's -1 to hit, man, these 6s are on fire right now. Tough 5, strength 6, so looking for 3s. So you've got 2, 4, 5, no AP on them.
3 ups. And 6 up because of the apothecary. So it takes a wound.
Okay. The other wave serpent is going to do the exact same thing. Throw these shots downtown.
Actually, take them on a regular guy.
And you've got 1, -3, 4, no AP. So the -3 is your 5 up.
Invulnerable save from the power. Nope. And then 4 regulars.
4 regulars.
2. So these are 1 damage each.
Yeah.
6 ups.
I kind of want him to pass one of these.
No, he kills this guy and does a wound to another guy.
Oh, okay. You didn't put it on the attack bike. Okay, cool.
So now I did it to the attack bike. So
yeah, that's all my shooting. I don't have very much shooting here. This is kind of annoying. I was hoping that I would just exploded these guys for what I did right there, but I guess that's okay. So my Wraith Blade, they're going to charge in. We're going to see if they make that. Let's see. We'll see if they make the charge here, and then we'll do the combat off camera. They're going to make the charge.
oh my gosh. I'm going to spin Overwatch, so we'll see.
Yeah, so we'll do all that, and then we'll come back and see how it goes. All right, so we made the charge with that big 10 into the bikes and into these guys. I split my attacks 5 and 5. I actually did really good on the bikes because I had Doom. He did transhuman the infiltrators, so they're a little bit harder to wound, but then also ignoring one of the damages that goes through. That's actually really strong. It's really good. And then
I just rolled a bunch of 5-ups.
yeah, he made all of his 5-up invuln. So the 5-up invuln is really good, especially against something like this where they're just going to come in and destroy you. So what would have in the past just been 2 dead squads, was able to live. And I didn't realize, I totally forgot about the apothecary and stuff, bringing back the bikes. And if I would have thought of that, I probably would have just dumped everything into the bikes to make sure they died. But luckily, I just had enough to get them off the table so he's not going to heal and bring them back, or I would have been like, no! So yeah, that's that. On to 2. We'll see how it goes. All right, top of 2, Thomas scored 10 on the primary. He's brought his bikes into the back here, just like I said he was going to. He thinks he's going to do something, but he's falling for my trap. Not really. He's going to try to kill these guys, take them off the objective, deny me 5 points on the primary. And then over here, he fell out of combat. And he also is not in the middle of the table like he wants to be for some secondaries. He got Null Zone off.
I do. Unfortunately, Null Zone turns off my invulnerable save, so it's a little bit risky. So I can't cast Psychic Fortress if I want Null Zone out. It's kind of, they cancel each other out. So he's got the 3-up invulnerable save and Feel No Pain on those guys. I have to turn that off to do anything. They are my marked target for Seal of Oath. Have my Blade Guard all set up to go in there. I got both litanies off this time. I did not roll Snake Eyes. I rolled 2 2s, but that goes off now with the Chaplain. So I'm getting +1 to wound with those guys, and I'm getting the extra +2 to charge and all the consolidates. And I got some Hellblasters lined up to shoot. So I'm pretty exposed. He's got a lot of mortal wounds and some shooting. It's going to hurt next turn a lot. I just need to get this threat here out of the way and see if I can't push for the board control. My secondary, I picked the Marine Power to be in the center or fall back or kill a vehicle monster. I'm not going to do any of those things this turn since I fell back. And I'm not going to be in the center, so I'm like really struggling, but I got to play for position. I got to try to stop some points. So
What do you want to start with?
let's do the multi-melta, see if I can plink off some wounds.
Ooh, the multi-melta.
I'm only within 12 inches of Gilliman, so I'm rerolling 1s.
Okay.
So I got 2 bolters and then 1 multi-melta in range. So here's the multi-melta, hitting on 3s. Both hit. Strength 8. No wounds.
Oof.
I'm tempted to command point one of those. Sure. Reroll one of the wounds. A wound.
Who are you shooting at?
At that Warp Hunter.
He's good.
Because he has a normal save?
I don't know. What's the minus?
-4.
-4. I'm in cover because I'm over 12 inches away, so 6. 2 goes to 6.
Because it's heavy, yeah. It's not assault, it's heavy.
Yeah.
Yep. That is a jerk move, buddy. I did spend a command point on it.
Yeah, I guess also to note, they're all -1 to hit because of their engines as well. I know we didn't do it right there, but if it matters in the future.
Oh, that wouldn't matter. Because
it's okay, though. I made the save. If I would have missed a save and you did like 8 damage to it, then I'm like, dang it. But it's okay. I didn't remind you, so it's my fault.
He's got some bolters. Rerolling 1s and 5s. Nothing. Over there, we got 2 bolters.
Yep. These guys here, I'm going to shoot there.
They hit. 2 auto wounds. Nothing.
2
-1s.
So you're within 12. So
no,
1 goes through. Yep. And then 6 up Feel No Pain. So 1 goes through.
All right. Let's shoot at these guys. We'll try to soften them up. We'll shoot the Hellblasters at them. They're going to overcharge.
Ooh, into those guys?
Yep. 3 shots.
Wait.
Do you want to spend it? I only overcharge on ones, natural ones, unmodified ones.
And you're hitting on 3s.
3s.
You're rerolling everything now. No, it's not worth it.
Yeah, so I get the heal. I get the oath, so it's going to hit and wound on everything. And it's toughness 6. I'm overcharging to strength 7, so wound on 3s. So I'm just go down the line. The first guy does the overheat, rerolling everything. He dies.
Yes!
Second guy
Get some!
hits. Third guy hits. Fourth guy. And then the Sarge.
I guess I'll take one dead guy.
Sarge dies. Should have never rerolled that. So 2 guys die.
Yeah, I guess that's the risk, right? When you do the rerolls, it's like, do you even reroll them or do you just let them miss?
I think you're on a 2. I think you have to go. 3s. Rerolling everything. So these are just feel no pains. They're -5.
How many damage are they?
2 damage each. So we got 8, 10, 11.
So 11. So here's the first 2. I gotta do them one guy at a time. So he takes 2 so far. I need to keep track of this.
So we got 9 left.
Okay, you can keep track of the shots?
Yep.
Cool. So next one. So kills one guy.
Yep.
Next 2.
Kills a guy.
Kills a guy.
Next 2. Kills a
Oh
guy.
no.
Next 2. Kills a guy.
No, he has 1
alive.
left.
Dead, and then 1 left.
1 more.
Next guy
Takes 1 wound. So that's 4 dead guys, and 1 takes a wound?
Yeah, I think so. I didn't keep track of how many guys died.
It's 4. Alright.
Alright, Gilman's going to shoot.
Yep.
He's hitting and wounding on everything. 2s. And strength 6. Rerolling everything because of the oath. 6 -2s that are 2 damage. So 4 ups. Because you got protect off.
Yep. So it gives them +1 on their save. 6 -2s. 4 ups.
So 2 go through.
Their damage is
2 damage each.
2 damage each. So the first one. So he
Still-
takes 1.
he's still
And then the
alive.
second one.
And
So
kills
it kills him. So it
5.
kills 5 guys. Okay. So that's 5 of those guys. We'll pull them all after his shooting is done before he does his charges.
We got some bolter guys. These guys can see in the window. They'll go ahead and shoot. Do they have anything relevant to shoot at? They'll shoot at that warp hunter.
Okay.
Can't all
Downtown
see. Oh yeah, they can. Yeah, they can. Except for this guy. Oh no, your barrel's sticking out.
That's fine. Shoot off.
So 10 shots. I will shoot 1 grenade launcher.
So it's these guys that are inside here.
So 1 grenade launcher. I pay the extra points. 5 points for a grenade launcher. -1 to hit, so hitting on 4s, but I'm rerolling everything. Grenade hit, strength 6, nothing. And bolt 4s. And 5s. Rerolling 1s. 1 -2. 1 damage.
Blink, 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 blink. Okay.
Alright, and that is all my. I guess I got 1 bolt pistol here from the the chaplain hits.
Okay.
He wounds my. Well, I don't know. Yeah, you made it. I think it's -1, 2 damage is what it is. Okay, so we got the bikes.
here.
Yeah, we're gonna spend a command point so they can re-roll 1s. So they're gonna shoot at those 5 warp spiders.
I'm gonna make a -1 to hit. Oh my god, he almost died. So close to the 1 and a 2.
So I got 22 shots. So here's 20 dice.
22 shots.
Hitting on. Actually, I got 4 bikes there, so I got a little bit more. Hitting on 4s, but re-rolling 1s. And then, so I got 2 more, and then another bike, so I got 6 more shots. 4s. It's a lot of looking for 3s that are -1s. All right, 3, 6, 9, 12. 3-ups.
You're within 12, so -1s, they're 4-ups then.
Oh yeah, 4-ups.
If he was outside 12, they'd be 3-ups still.
I got him.
Oh my gosh. Should I try to keep the Exarch alive? Is it worth it? So I am going to reroll 1 just to be an annoying pest. Dang it!
Still fails it.
So they die, which is really good for him because it takes me off of that objective. So that's a big play. So everything made it in over here.
Yeah, so the Blade Guard kind of with the rerolls +1 to wound. I had to make him take 12 or 10 saves or so. He failed. He only made 1 6-up at -4. I spent the command point to make it the Assault Doctrine. Ended up killing most of them. He decided did he want to interrupt or not. Ultimately, it wasn't enough guys to matter. So that was basically all of the shooting and attacking. I did get rid of those guys, so but I have no zone up. Was able to pile in and get out of Gilliman's bubble. So worst case happens, he's outside of that bubble. But he is protected. They're all protected by the Victrix Guard right there, so he won't be able to shoot at those guys unless the Victrix Guard gets killed. So
cool.
That's it. So we're on to his turn.
Okay, so I took a lot of debating here. So we got these guys here. Waveserver moved back here. These guys moved here. We're going to fire and fade onto this objective just to have some OBSEC on it. We smited over here, killed a bike. Hopefully I have enough firepower with everything I kind of left over here to finish them off in the shooting. I just really want to make this objective harder for him to get. Over here I've got a bunch of stuff holding on to this objective. I was able to make it to where Eldred only had line of sight of Gilliman. Executioner didn't go off, unfortunately. Smite did. Got a super smite. Did 3 damage to him. He saved one of those with his Feel No Pain. We did our second deploy scramblers right here. And then we've got some vehicles going over here. The plan is that this is going to charge these guys. He's not going to kill me in combat. And then if he wants to fall back, he's going to lose his secondary points. So just going to kind of shoot these guys, charge them, cause a little havoc here. This guy's going to try to clean up the bikers right over here. Hopefully we'll get some good shots in there. We're taking his banner away here, which will now go away. We're going to just put some shots. I was able to quicken these guys. They came out of the transport. They had the D cannons, and they have fists, so they can punch pretty good in combat. Against those just normal Primaris guys, I feel pretty confident that they could, at least stay toe-to-toe. And they have Fortune on them, so they're going to have 5 up Feel No Pain, which is good. So their goal is to kill the Hellblasters, charge those guys, and just kind of see how it goes. We're kind of just trying to zone him a little bit out of the middle and stay on some objectives and just make it to where his close combat doesn't get to me fast enough. So in the shooting phase, what we want to start with is let's start with everything on the bikes in the back. Because
CP,
that's
skilled
super easy.
riders, so they're -1 to hit.
So they're -1 to hit now over here. So let's go ahead and do the Warp Spiders first. Actually, let's do the Guardians first because I need to make sure I can fire and fade them. So they have +1 to their hit because they're missing a guy now.
Oh no! The random shot over there not matters.
So 3s. But that is not 3s.
Good. Tough 5.
Tough 5. Looking for 2. No AP on those though.
4 ups. Takes a wound.
Takes a wound. Alright, let's do the Warp Spiders now. Into them. So I need 4s on these. So not bad. Now I really need 6s because 6s are gonna kill you. So I got 1 6 in there.
So I'll kill this guy and then 2 saves.
3. They're strength 6. Yeah, 3 saves.
Oh, kills another one. Don't want to keep him alive. I will CP. I got 5, 6 CP. Yeah. Yes. Still alive in the wound.
Okay. Let's go ahead and shoot the Wave Serpent into them.
More guys have more things.
-1 matters, though. And looking for 3s. So 3, no IP. I'm not getting any Rens on these. I need to get more Rens.
Should do them.
Okay, and then I'm going to do my Serpent Shield on that.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Serpent Shield.
Oh my goodness, man. And I can't CP or reroll that anymore. What a bummer, dude.
No, that's only one scout like this.
And then those guys, obviously, they're going to fire and fade, like I said, before I forget to do that. So we'll move those guys onto that objective. Yes, it's only one guy, but it's annoying. And let's go this way. Nothing's going to happen here. So let's go ahead and do these guys. So we're going to have 5 shots.
You're doomed, though, 5 shots.
You're doomed.
It's really if you miss, and you're hitting on 3s, so you're going to hit on 4s, so they're -1 to hit. Mm-hmm. So by transhuman, is it worth it? Probably not. Just go ahead. Just roll a bunch of 2s right here.
Only 2, though. Only 2.
2s. And then roll me 1 damage. 6.
4.
I can roll 3 6s. No, 2 guys die.
Okay. I guess that's fine. Whatever. Over here, let's go ahead and do the little guns into these guys here. And then we're going to do his flamer into the bike. So number of shots on the flamer. 6 again, baby.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, so the flamer into the bikes. Oh, it auto hits, duh. So these are to wound.
Yeah. These are strength 12 or something? Strength 10?
Strength 10.
Wounded on 2s?
Actually, yeah, so it doesn't matter. So 2, 4, 5, and it'll go right through you. So the first one, 6. Second one, 6.
Jeez.
Third one, 5. Fourth one, 5.
Yeah, they're all dead.
And the other one is 6. Holy damage!
Jeez.
When it swings, I guess. And then into these little guys. 3 hits. And, well, 2, no AP. Well, one of them automatically goes through, or you have to wait till you fail it, right?
I have to wait till I fail it. So I fail it,
so just nothing happens on that one. So everything from this wave serpent here. Actually, I'm going to measure to that Hellblaster really quick. Let's see. Oh, I think it's going to reach. 24 does not reach there. So we will just go right into these guys here. I know I want to charge them, but they could cause me some hassle later. So yeah, we're just going to keep shooting them. They seem to not die easy. So those will hit. And no AP again, but 3 of them.
They're good.
Beast mode. So let's do these guys here. We'll go into... so the question is do I shoot this 5-man squad or do I shoot the Victrix Guard? I think I'm going to shoot the 5-man squad and try to soften them up a little bit. So looking for 3s on these. 3 misses. 4 misses. And then looking for 4s. So 4. No IP again, man. I need some Rans.
Let's take him on the guy
in
in cover.
Makes sense.
2 ups. Ooh, 6 ups. Kills this guy.
Kill 1 guy there. Okay, I mean, that is all of my shooting. So yeah, we'll go into charges and see if any fighting stuff happens. So the Wave Serpent came in here. Didn't really do anything. Then he actually piled in, touched this, so it got to swing and it killed the 1 wounded guy. So he was trying to prevent this from going and flaming something else. But for right now, it is going to be free.
It killed the 1 guy that was wounded.
Yeah, the 1 guy that was wounded.
That was touching it. There was the only one touching it, and it was the wounded guy. So unfortunately, I had to pull that guy as a casualty.
And then these guys went in here. I was able to get within 3 of the objective to get my extra attacks.
Oh, I still got to do my swings here. But
Yeah, he'll do his swings, and I only killed one guy, though. He made a bunch of saves. -1 AP, doesn't do a whole lot most of the time unless you get lucky. So that's where we're at there.
Okay, so top of turn 3. I've got to make some moves here. I'm a little bit far away in my charges. We've measured these out. I'm at just outside of, or just inside of 12, so I need 11-inch charge. I do got the Chaplain Litany of +2 to charge, so that's going to be a 9-inch charge onto that Wave Serpent over here. I'm only 9 inches away, so I need a 9, so a 7 with the +2. So they're going to try to pop over there and grab that point from him. Gilman moved up. He's next to Victor's guard, so he can't be shot easily, but he is in range to get interrogated and smited, so I got to do some work. And then I went back over here in the back with the Apothecary. He's healed a guy, so that Hellblaster brought back a guy, so I'm going to try to shoot those guys and finish them off. Actually, they're in combat right now.
They are in combat.
If I fall back, I don't get a secondary.
Bum.
It's killing me. I have to think about that.
It's fine. Think about it.
I guess we'll leave it as is. They're not going to shoot there. We're going to have to punch in combat. That's not great. And yeah, that's it. So
start with.
Let's go with these guys, I guess. They're going to overcharge and shoot over there. See if I lose more guys.
You grew a damn Hellblaster back? I just realized there's a Hellblaster. The whole time I thought it was going to be an Intercessor. I just realized it's a Hellblaster.
You left one alive.
Oh!
Joke's on you. You should have killed all my bikes. I could heal one of them instead.
Yeah, I did kill all the bikes, though, so it's okay.
At the thing, because I'm no longer in combat. So the Sergeant, I am overcharging, and I'm rerolling ones from Gilman.
He's -1 to hit, because he had to advance to get there.
Misses. And then the regular guy misses. And then strength 7, so 4s. 3 -5. So no saves, they're just 2 damage each.
I don't like that.
-5, it's relevant.
2 damage each?
And no 6s to save your jackass self.
Alright, take me down. Down to 6.
Did you just roll 6 dice or did you roll 4 dice?
I rolled 4, isn't that what it was?
6 damage.
Oh, 6.
Take 6.
That's not good. -4. It's okay, you're not going to kill it.
Okay, so let's throw a frag grenade at those guys.
Yes, kill one of them.
I will. 4 shots. Hitting on 3s and wounding on 4s. 3. No negatives.
No negatives.
Those are Dire Avengers?
Yep.
1.
And then 6 up. 1 dies. Thank you.
These 3.
Which guys?
I guess there's only a Sarge doesn't have a bolt pistol, so
the pistol into the guys in
2 pistols
combat.
into the combat guys. 1 reroll. 5s. Reroll 1s. Kill them in. No.
You got the bike downtown, and you got the infiltrators down there.
I'm at Gilliman, yeah. So let's do Gilliman on these 4 dudes.
Ooh,
actually,
these guys?
they're gonna get killed there. Let's. If I have only killed 2 guys there with a smite, it wouldn't matter. Nobody has any bullets here. Ventrix guard. If they'd fallen out of combat, stupid strategy or stupid secondary.
Contemplating.
Let's shoot those Dire Avengers with Gilman. Shooting through the woods, so 3s.
Yep.
Yowza. 3s. Oh no! 2s. So -2s.
3 -2. Well, they have their inbones, so they have 5 up inbones.
-2. You got it covered. So
yeah, it's 5s either way.
Actually, it's wood, so no cover there. But
1.
2 damage.
6 ups. 1 guy dies.
Let's shoot 2 infiltrators here at the Dire Avengers next to the scout bike.
Oh, you're going down to them. Okay.
These 2 guys here. 1 hit. 1 wound. -1. Kills a guy.
Relevant.
And yeah, we'll scout bike it. I'll spend the command point just to make it interesting. He's going to have 4 for his bike, 4 for his storm bolter, 2 for his shotgun. 3s rerolling 1s.
Told you I needed this guy dead.
And the 3s that are going to be all AP -1.
3. So I'm going to do them 2 at a time because they have the 5 ups, and then it'll go to... I hope they don't care. 6. So 1 more.
It was 1. I need to kill those guys.
Yep.
Not freaking let them live like that. That's not great. Anybody else can shoot? We can shoot the Apothecary's Absolver bolt pistol.
Into who?
Into those Dire Avengers on the objective.
Is he in the... Is he in it? Okay, yes.
-1.
1?
-1, 2 damage.
5 up. Oh, that was going to be a 6. You saw it.
He's dead. Get another one out of there.
Okay.
Okay. That's it. That's terrible. Let's do some charges.
All right, we're going to do charges, and then we'll do the recap of the combat. All right, so everything came in swinging hot. Over here, the bike did nothing, and my guys did nothing back. I had the opportunity to kill him with my, power glaive, and he just whiffed. The Exarch whiffed, so I should have killed him. I didn't. Unfortunate, but I still have OBSEC on this, and I couldn't fail morale because he only killed 2 guys. So that's good. They came in. They actually did 6 damage, 8 damage, 8 damage onto him. So that's actually really good. He's actually down to 5. And so that was really big hitting there. And then on the other side of the board, I interrupted. I took out the 2 Hellblasters, so it was totally worth it. And then nothing happened.
Yes, the 3 Dire Avengers made a ton of saves on the freaking Victrix Guard. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, so I lost a couple. I lost a couple Dire Avengers, but the Exarch's still there. He passed morale.
And then I did a Power Fist, 3 Power Fist wounds on you, and you didn't lose any?
Didn't lose any.
So terrible. Oh my God.
Took 1 damage over here on the Wave Serpent. So yeah, a lot of punching going on. Alright, so I did mental interrogation here. I moved just out of his deny range, so you can try to deny that. Got to give me some points. Psychers are all just kind of back here. They're all kind of in the open. Who knows what's going to happen. I didn't fall out of combat with the Wraith Guard. They're just going to kind of hold those guys in combat. Hopefully for another turn they live. We'll see. I'm just going to deny him this objective with him. And I'm doing the same thing over here, denying him the objective. So I'm just going to mitigate his primary for this turn, even though I know that it's going to be bad next turn. I backed out with this guy. I didn't really want to sit and stay in combat. These guys moved here. We're just going to try to put some shots over here.
Did you get Doom off on the
Yeah, I got Doom on the Victrix. I did a bunch of smites. I had a big smite here, but I only did 2 damage. And then 1 damage on a smite and 1 damage on a smite. So, super underwhelming smites. Gilman should have been dead in that psychic phase. Stayed in combat over here. And then this guy here, I was hoping that I would be able to shoot something. We'll see. I don't know what he's doing yet. So, shooting stuff. Let's start with the tank because he's in combat. And that's all that he's going to be able to shoot at. So, they're assault weapons. They're not minus at all. So, 3s. And then looking for 3s again. So you've got only 2.
2 3-ups.
Yep.
Oh, I failed one, but I'm going to use my thing to block it.
Yep. And then I'll do a Serpent Shield. Dude, what? It didn't go off again? Oh my gosh, man. The mortal wound output is just not happening over here. So yeah, really all I have left that can even shoot. We've got these guys and the Warp Spiders. So yeah, because those guys are doomed, I have a better chance at shooting them than
bodyguards. So he can't shoot anything at Gilliman until the bodyguards are dead. So it really messes with it.
Those Dire Avengers looking for 2s, and then looking for 3s, rerolling because they get the +1 to wound. Doesn't matter. 1 rend, 3 no rend.
3 2-ups. Good.
And then 1 invuln.
Oh, I'll do 3-ups too. Good. They got real storm shields.
Dude, the not being able to shoot these characters right now is actually stupid. Because if I was able to shoot Gilliman and Tigurius right now, they'd both be dead. So like that's just I don't know. I don't know about that. I'm not a fan. This is the warp spiders into them. All those hits. So I need 6s here just to make his saves harder, but it doesn't matter. Oh yeah, I got Doom. So 1 rend, and then 2, 4, 6, 8. Normal saves.
Here's the rend. Saves. 8 armor saves. 2 ups. Does 2 wounds.
No bueno. This is not good. Okay. I got this big boy tank. What is he going to shoot at? Everything is in combat. Well, I'll tell you what he's going to shoot at. He is going to... we're going to do our little guns at the Victrix Guard. And then we're going to do the big gun. Oh, should we do it down there?
Fun to you guys.
Should I do that? Should I try to pop off the chaplain? Take you off that primary? I think we're going to do it. Then we're going to go into the chaplain. And we're going to just try to deny you primary now because unfortunately I'm not going to get a kill.
I got 2 command points. I'll spend 1 for transhuman.
Do I get a command point? Nope. So baby guns. 2. And nothing.
Doom?
Oh yeah, Doom.
So reroll 2.
1 rend.
Still alive with his 1.
And then number of shots downtown. Only 1. That's all I need though.
Misses. Transhuman for missing. 1 command point.
Dang.
Stays alive!
That sucks. Yeah, that's all we got. You can swing away in combat over there.
That's right. Everyone gets a swing over here. Let's punch his face. Oh, you know what I'm going to do here? Let's go here first so I can pile in on that guy because he messed up. He's going to go closer.
But why do I care about that? I still am on the objective.
Not when this guy goes right here. It engages you.
Mm-hmm.
I pile closer, and I'm within 1 inch. I'm going to swing on that guy. So both of those dudes are going to try to punk that dude, because that's important. 8 attacks. 3s. Rerolling 1s now. Or 2s, actually. And 3s here. And we get 5 saves on him.
Your 2's to hit.
2's to hit. Victrix doing work. Got him. I got 1 left.
Yeah, careful what you say with these guys.
I know it's true. It could be sad. Over here, Power Fists. 4s, Gilliman. 3s, just 1 Power Fist. 2 Joes. 3s. And 5s. 2 armor saves.
Power fist.
Goes through.
Good.
4, 2. Go 1.
Okay. So this is a really close game, but I think this is the turn where the Ultramarines are going to really just take it over and run away with it. They didn't really have enough to hold it out. So, yeah, what are you doing?
So, Tigurius went ahead and spent a command point to fall back and act normally, so he smited this vehicle. But I don't want to necessarily kill all the vehicles this turn, because that's part of my secondaries. I need to kill a vehicle or a character in a turn to get some points. So I'm going to just try to leave this Spree Wound alive and touch it. But he can still charge, so I think that's still worthwhile to do some movement. So over here, I need to get rid of these guys in the objective. So I think I'm going to shoot them first. I got these bolt pistols here. These guys did the last deploy scrambler, so they can't do anything else. So we're just going to try to shoot here with their pistols, and we'll throw 1 frag grenade.
Okay.
It is now the assault doctrine, so these grenades will actually... Oh, no, grenades are heavy. So the pistols, though, will be an extra AP. So
Doesn't matter, I have impulse.
here's the frag grenades. One frag grenade misses, and then 4 pistols. Threes. Strength 5 minus 2. 2.
So on the 5-up guy, and a 6-up feeling pain, and on the 4-up guy, 1 damage.
1 damage.
So just the Exarch's alive.
Did he take a wound or he made it?
No, he made it. 6-up feeling pain, got it.
So we'll shoot the bike at him next. I think he's out of bro.
That bike. The one that Thomas goes, it's okay that he lived and you didn't go and kill him. It's okay. And his bike is just causing me hell right now.
So he'll shoot his bolter and his storm bolter at that Exarch.
Okay.
And then he'll shoot his shotgun at the Spirit Seer. So here's the shotgun. 1 hit. No wounds. And then here is the guys. 3s. These are no armor, no negatives, I guess. 3.
4-ups. So. And
1 more.
6-up. He's still...
1 more. 3 saves total.
Oh, 3? So it takes 1.
Stupid guy.
Thomas and my Exarchs, man, let me tell you, they're like his demise.
I just don't want to die, man. We'll shoot pistols from the 2 guys here into the blade, into the Wraith Guard. Rerolling for Gilliman. 5 rerolling 1s. Nothing. And then we got Gilliman left. Gilliman. So he's going to shoot this. He's going to charge that tank, so it doesn't really need to shoot at it.
-1 to hit when you shoot it, because that one did advance.
Yeah, shoot at him. 6 shots, so hitting on 3s. Rerolling. And wounded on 5. I need that roll again. 3 minus 1s that are 2 damage each. Oh, what a jerk!
It's like I'm playing clowns.
Yeah! Oh, gosh. I'm afraid if I charge that Spirit Seer, I'll just die.
You might. It's just 2 attacks. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 2s, D3 damage, no IP.
Yeah, not charging. Dang it. Alright, I guess that's it. I'm going to assault.
Okay.
So we'll come back after the assault. Lots of action happening.
So Thomas cleaned up the single die Avenger there. All the warp spiders here. Killed 1 guy here. I did kill 2 of his intercessors. And he also killed this tank here. So lots of damage going in. We'll see. We'll get through this last turn really quick and see how it ends up. Alright, so wrapping it up, like I said, Ultramarines were going to start to walk away with that. Ended up being pretty close, though. Gilliman came in to fight Eldrad 1v1, and guess who won the fight? That's right, Eldrad did. But Gilliman stood back up. He was just trying to deny me being able to get the last secondary for the Psychic, which, it's a super sketchy secondary. That would be my thoughts on, the mental interrogation. I did end up getting 9 points, which isn't bad. But if I would have picked banners, I could have probably positioned myself a little different, and I think I could have held 2 objectives all game then, and instead I kind of left the one in my deployment zone. If I would have just kind of protected that one, and left my Wraith Blades over there to protect it, I think I could have held 2 almost all game, if not all game, and I probably would have turned out a little bit better. But what it would have done, would have freed my Psychers up to do a little bit more freedom. I would have been able to position different. So the positioning to try to not get denied and do that is rough. It's definitely rough. To play Scramblers, it's a no-brainer for Eldar. You're always going to get that if you play it correctly. And then Engage on all fronts. I actually got 14 points on Engage on all fronts. That's really good for Engage. I didn't think that this army was going to actually do that too well. But, Wave Serpents, they're good. And, unfortunately I had one stuck over here in combat. The Warp Hunter did its job. It could have done a little bit more. The bodyguard thing with not being able to shoot those guys, that's rough. I'm not sure. Thomas loves to give you thoughts when I pass this over to him, but the Wraith Blade in the beginning going into his bikes just to kill those, I feel like it was good because it killed some of his anti-tank and his mobility, but I handed away all of that entire unit. I don't know if it's worth it or not. Um, I don't know that Wraith Blades hit enough. The Wraith Guard, surprisingly, they kept you tied up on this objective for a very, very long time, and they were doing work with their fists. So it's actually really interesting. Yeah, that was just really, really interesting. Like to see how long they were able to just survive and do that. Wraith are overcosted. I think if I had 600 points anywhere else in the army, I would have been able to do a lot more work. So I think they are overcosted, but it's cool to try them out. I do like going back to the craft world. I've been playing a lot of Harlequins because I love the psychic stuff. My smites were super lackluster, like 1 damage only, but getting multiple super smites and getting those buffs is really good. And it's really good late game if you position yourself correctly because you can just nuke certain units. Yeah, I mean, it was a fun list, though. It was a good game. Let's see what Thomas's thoughts are.
So my thoughts, I pulled out the win. Him nuking my bikes, really, I just don't have much shooting in this list. It was kind of by design, and I kind of wanted to try the bikes out with the apothecary, just kind of mess around with the auras. I did buy the extra relic to make it 6 inches, but it was still kind of sketchy to kind of keep everybody kind of in the bubble and still kind of protect things the certain way. You're trying to manage 2 bubbles now with Tigerius. And then the turn he brought all his bikes in, I had to commit to turning off his invulnerable save with Null Zone, which caused me to turn off my invulnerable save, which now got everybody out of position because I had to charge in and make sure. It started a domino effect of now nobody got saves.
That's actually a good point too. If I was playing an army that didn't have Null Zone, that squad would have done a lot more, right? Turning their invuln off just destroyed them.
Yeah. I mean, I had a lot of counterattack, which gave me some extra movement to get over there. This list doesn't have any transports. There's no impulsors, so the Blade Guard were kind of at the whim. There's a lot of points. I want to really like them, but in this list, you need a really way to get them up the board. And foot slogging them to kind of use the Apothecary and all the other stuff, I don't know if it's the right way. I mean, their counterattack, they're great, but you got Gilliman and stuff, so... the other thing that was surprising, those guys staying alive over there, holding down the whole fort over there with his D-gun guys. I had an opportunity to charge him with Gilliman. I was like, well, no, I need a threat in here. I had a turn of flubbing on shooting where he left an Exarch and 2 guys alive on 2 different objectives that cost me 10 points and gave him 10 points. It was just like a huge point swing. So, a couple mistakes there. I should have just charged in with Gilliman to get rid of those guys and then let my guys be free, and that would have changed it quite a bit. But still pulled it out, still got it. The secondary I tried for Space Marines, it was okay. I found myself really struggling because I'm like, don't fall back. I was like, I need to fall back from this. Oh, that's going to cost me a point on my secondary. Oh, I need to be within 6 in the center. Oh, I need to go over here. Oh, my toe is just over the line. Oh, no. So it was starting to be a little bit problematic just from a positioning standpoint. It may have been just this particular mission. There was no objectively dead center to kind of make that kind of easy to stand there. I just had to have guys just wandering around in the center, and if he got away from it, I really would have been forced to just have somebody stranded there, which I didn't have that many guys. So, and then I picked Banners, not a great choice at the end of the day. He came in turn 1 off early on with his advancing Avengers. I forget how far those guys can move. And he did not walk into I was like, ooh, he'll just get a little close, and I'll heroically intervene into him, and he didn't fall for it. So I was like, ah, crap. And then those guys end up living for 3 turns. It was like the double whammy. But overall, super fun game. I like the new rules. I mean, obviously, Ultramarines with Gilliman, they're not as affected with the core and all that stuff that maybe some of the other Marine armies are. I think in this army, everybody is core. And then he rerolls 1s for characters just because of his big aura, so pretty much everybody's rerolling pretty much everything. The Apothecary, pretty good. I didn't really get to bring anybody of value back. I think I brought back 1 plasma guy, and then he punched him with Wraith Guard in combat. It was terrible. So overall, good times, fun game. I like the list. I really want my Forge World Contemptors to be fixed, but if they don't, we have a big Warzone tournament coming up soon, so I need to kind of come up with a list. It's all back to the drawing board. I gotta get some ATVs built and see if these are worthwhile. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be notified when we do more, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.